say all this to say this. There were 2 black men present when I was getting into it with these people, okay? This big, buff-ass, 300-pound white male was walking towards me. You know what they did? They sat there like fucking cowards.
Greetings. Welcome to another episode of Just Joe Thoughts. I'm your host, Joe. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think about this shirt. Do you like it? It's nice, right? I'm feeling very, very colorful today. And it kind of go with the ambiance of this whole setup right here. Well, anyways, what I would like to talk to you guys about. I came across this video. And it's a very interesting video about a situation that happened in the gym. I don't know about you, but I'm an avid gym goer. I go to the gym about 5, sometimes 6 days out of the week. All right, so I'm always in the gym. And one thing that gets on my nerves is people who don't understand gym etiquette. People who don't know what to do when they're at the gym, do not clean up their weights after themselves. People who are utilizing weights and then put it on the rack and not keep it next to them, but keep it on the rack. That pisses me off. That means if the weights is on the rack, it's for everybody. You know, that's when I tell you, look, why don't you just keep the weights next to you so I know it's not yours, so I know that it's not being used. But if you're using the weights and you keep it on the rack, it's for everybody. But anyways, let me get to the story.
I told them motherfucking crackers in there, don't take another motherfucking step towards me. And if you want to get stupid, we can go outside in my motherfucking trunk. A white man today at the YMCA told me to get off of a machine because he so-called was using a machine when he wasn't. So he tried to use intimidation tactics and tried to antagonize me to get off of the machine. And I stood my fucking ground and I looked directly at him and I said that I will not get off this machine because I pay for this membership as well as you do. I am scanning the gym and I see him talking to this girl. And I'm just looking around. I said, okay, I'm assuming that it's his girlfriend. Because again, I got one eye open with him because he was slamming stuff around and I don't know what he is capable of, right? So he said something to her and she walks over to me and says, hey, I was using that machine.
Let me stop right there. I've been in situations like this where I've gone to you. I go to utilize an equipment and someone come to me and they say, hey, I'm utilizing that, right? I don't stay there and argue and fuss and fight and say, no, you wasn't using it. Because I'm aware sometimes people are supersetting, right? Meaning they're utilizing 2 equipments at the same time and they're moving back and forth from each equipment. So when somebody tells me that they're utilizing an equipment, cool. No pressure, no need to fight over an equipment, right? I let it go. But this woman here, this sister here, she's a very combative one. Very combative. Let's continue.
So at this point, I'm pissed the fuck off. And I'm saying, okay. I said, you know what? I said, leave me the fuck alone. I said, I know he sent you over here to fuck with me because he did the same shit over there. He was standing in behind her as if he was protecting her. Even though I know that he sent that bitch over there to say something to me. You understand? So
this woman is clearly projecting. She clearly think that these people are here to start an issue. They came and tell her from the beginning, yo, we were using this equipment. That's what they came to her. But in her mind, they're trying to intimidate her. She has some serious issues here, but let's continue.
One thing led to another. So at this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel highly threatened because I am the only black woman in there. So I grabbed a weight and I said, look, don't you take another motherfucking step towards me. And I genuinely mean that. So everybody's looking at us and then they saying, you know, the employees walk over and say, hey, what's going on? Blah, 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 this and the third. She immediately tried to play victim. Well, all I was asking her, no, you were trying to intimidate me.
You're grabbing weights, getting ready to fight. And all she told you was that she was utilizing the equipment. Of course, she feels threatened because you're the one that is aggressive. And now you're the one that is playing victim, feeling intimidated when you're the aggressor here. Let's continue.
I say all this to say this. There were 2 black men present when I was getting into it with these people, okay? This big, buff-ass, 300-pound white male was walking towards me. You know what they did? They sat there like fucking cowards.
No, you know what they did? They mind their damn business because they can clearly see that you're the crazy one, that you're the lunatic, that you're the one who is over here starting fights, and they don't want to be a part of that. All right. So you're the one who thinking in that these people are trying to intimidate you when you clearly have no gym etiquette at all. If you go to utilize some weights and somebody say, hey, I'm using that, what you do is you let it go. If they say they're using it, even if you did not see them use it, then let it go. Because ain't no point in getting into an hostile or fighting situation over some weights. Unless you're very, very combative, which you clearly are.
They sat there like fucking cowards. And black men, I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is why nobody fucking respects you. Nobody is respecting your women either. And y'all sat there like 3 fucking little stooges and was laughing and thought the shit was motherfucking funny.
Let me say this about that particular statement. Black men, that's why nobody is respecting you and nobody is respecting your women either. Okay. So she has a very narrow perspective of black men and black women. From my perspective, I see black women that are highly respected all the time. And I see black men that are highly respected all the time. So if your worldview is only a particular group of black people and that's all you entertain yourself with, and you see that these particular people aren't respected and that's all you entertain yourself with, you're part of that group. So you're part of the problem. You're part of the reason. Obviously, your actions here doesn't garner any respect because you yourself is disrespectful.
Notice, okay, when the white woman walked towards me, the white male was standing behind her, even if he knew she was wrong, because he knew she was wrong.
No, like they said, they were utilizing the equipment. Okay. You're projecting, you pretty much stating that it was a fact that they were not utilizing it. Like I've said, I've been through this situation before where I was utilizing some weights and then I moved to another section. And then as I'm going back, somebody said, hey, I see somebody jumping into what I was utilizing. I said, hey, I'm utilizing this. And they let it go. Vice versa, right? So it has happened to me all the time. I'm very familiar. And people who go to the gym, this is a very common thing. This happens all the time. And what you do is you let it go. If somebody say they're utilizing it, then let it go. Okay, if I tell you I'm utilizing this, I expect you to let it go. All right? And if you want to fight me over it, then I say, you know what, you can have it. Go ahead. Because ain't no point in fighting when we just here to work out. And clearly they were there to work out while you were there for confrontation.
But because it's the principle behind certain things, he knew to still protect her, regardless of her being wrong or right. And this is something that you black men cannot fucking grasp. You know why? Because you spend all motherfucking day online arguing about 50-50 and arguing about what black women ain't doing and everything is fucking black women fault. Whole time they out here antagonizing and fucking intimidating black women in public, and we do not feel safe and we do not feel protected. Okay,
sister, speak for yourself, because your story is not every black woman's story. All right, like I'm sure you're familiar with this. Black people are not a monolith, so stop trying to make black women a monolith as if your experience is what every black woman go through. Sometimes what you go through is a result of your own personal actions and behavior.
But you know what? I'm gonna fucking land a plane with this one. I'm gonna land a plane with this one. And I'm speaking directly to you black women when I say this. Get you a fucking pew pew. Don't you wait on no motherfucking body to stand up and do a motherfucking thing. I told them motherfucking crackers in there, don't you take don't take another motherfucking step towards me. And if you want to get stupid, we can go outside to my motherfucking trunk. The bitter reality is, black women, you are alone. You are by yourself and you are not protected. Because the real niggas is overpowered. Okay, they are overpowered.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. Okay, so the last thing she said was get you a pew pew. Well, you know, I agree with getting a pew pew, but not for the reasons that she's claiming, because she felt that she was being intimidated and threatened, right? If she had a pew pew, then she would be obviously she's the aggressor here, right? She's the aggressor. And if she had a pew pew, then she would be in the wrong. So her life wasn't being threatened. Like the other people felt, threatened by her because she was the aggressor. All right. So if you're the combative type, if you think that everyone is against you, the world is against you, you're the last person that should be carrying a pew pew, because you're the one that people like me carry pew pew to protect ourselves from people like you. Just your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Peace.